The Senate Judiciary Committee is set to vote on Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation in just a few days, about a week or two. Then it'll go to the Senate floor, and it's looking very likely that he will get confirmed. Our Supreme Court panel is here to break it all down for us. We've got Gail Trotter. She's an attorney and political analyst, and Elizabeth Wydra, the president of the Constitutional Accountability Center. Elizabeth, I'll start with you. Is there anything that Democrats can do between now and then to keep this confirmation from happening?
Well, I think, we're talking here about just a few key senators. I think in particular, Senators Collins and Murkowski, who are pro-choice Republicans. And, if they join the Democrats, then there is a chance his confirmation could not go through. And the key question for them is abortion rights, because Kavanaugh would be the vote who determines whether or not women can meaningfully access their constitutional rights. Kavanaugh was billed by President Trump as someone who would overturn Roe versus Wade time and time again leading up to these hearings and during the campaign. But then during the hearings, Kavanaugh tried to make it seem like he would be open-minded, respect Roe as settled precedent, but you can't have it both ways. And so the question for Senators Collins and Murkowski is whether they want to be the women who will be responsible for sending this country back to wire hangers and back alley abortions.
Well, Gail, I'll put the same question to you. I mean, do you think that there's anything that Democrats can do to stop this confirmation? This is such a huge issue for Democratic voters heading into the midterms. Anything they can do? They've been getting a lot of flack for not doing more.
Right. Well, despite the theatrics that we saw this week and the political grandstanding by Senate Democrats like Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, Judge Kavanaugh is going to make another great justice, and Senator Grassley should be commended for having the most transparent process in the history of Supreme Court nominations and giving the Senate Democrats the room to engage in this conversation. And I disagree with Elizabeth. I think the key senators in this contest come down to Senators Heitkamp, Manchin, and Donnelly, who are red state Democrats who, in polls done of their states, show that their voters want Judge Kavanaugh confirmed. And so it's going to come down to these Democrats to know if they want to go with the far left extremists that we saw on display this week, or if they want to side with their constituents who want Judge Kavanaugh confirmed.
And really quick, what do you think is the likelihood of any of them crossing over and confirming him?
Well, all the Democrats should vote for Judge Kavanaugh to be confirmed because he is eminently qualified. And you saw many people testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee this week, like liberal Yale University law professor Akhil Amar, who supports Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation, Lisa Blatt, who's a feminist lawyer, who supports Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation.
And really quick, you can respond, but just any Democrats crossing over in your mind?
I think the process, far from being transparent, is actually one of the least transparent. We already saw really troubling things about civil rights, which the vast majority of Americans, Republican and Democrat, want justices to affirm. Abortion rights, again, which the majority of Americans, Republican and Democrats, want to uphold. So I think there's a lot of concern.
Gail, Elizabeth, sorry to cut you short. Thank you so much.